Hello YouTube, Musical Aviator here. We're on the ground in Sydney. This is the FlyTampa Sydney and the Dash 8 Q400 by Majestic Software Pilot Edition. We'll be flying this thing down to Canberra. So I'll jump on board. You can see the special livery thanks to John Tavendale. Recognise, you can probably check that website if you want, recognise.org.au, and see what that's all about. That said, let's jump on and get ourselves down to Canberra. Battery coming up. Bus tyres on. Just going to check the fire test. Cool. So I'm just going to take a look at PFPX to see what my weights are on this flight.
Bank angle.
Takeoff fatal will be 24.5, landing at 23.8. Let's grab a checklist. Documentation is on board, batteries are on, bus tyres tied, DC external power, let's get that going. There we go, so we'll be on the external power for the boarding. Battery temps, all good in the 20s. Bus voltages, there's the DC bus just coming up. Very good. Ground power is connected. Safety equipment on board, landing gear lights, all green. Engine intake doors, 2 green lights. Circuit breakers all in. Alternate gear door is closed and the switch is latched. Fire and smoke detection has been tested. Bleed air 1 and 2 is off. Recirc can go on. Pressurization all good, we're in automatic. AC packs checked, emergency exit lights are armed. Fuel transfer is off, quantity 1090 in both. Parking brake is on, power condition levers have fuel cut off. Condition levers are set at disc. Now. No steering can go off. And let's do the FOS. Out of Sydney. Let's see Airways. None of them. That's interesting. That's right, because we're not out of Sydney. Dumb. Test out. List. Via Cordo. And our flight plan via Victor 169, number 1. Down to Canberra, number 4. And YSCB. Looking at the fuel, 54 passengers, 794 in bags. Alternate is back to Sydney. We'll need 328 for that. Holding fuel 320 for the hour, half hour. And extra fuel. $66. Fuel on board, $10.90. That's all done. Total reserve 714. That gives you just over an hour. Let's have a listen to ATIS if we have it. No, it just dropped offline, along with the tower. Guess we'll wait for that. Should come back. And that should be 126.25. Current wind is 320 at 7 knots, so it's probably going to end up being... Oh, that's interesting. Sydney Tower's got 2 towers now. North and south. Anyway, most likely we'll end up on the runway 34 left. Probably be able to do a 5 to 10 intersection departure. And then what happens. Okay, full start checklist: trims, set, takeoff, neutral, and I'll just give it a little bit of right rudder. And we'll turn on the seatbelt signs. Let's get some clearance. Sydney ground, Q-Link 475 Delta, requesting clearance to Canberra. Delivery's on 1338. Sydney delivery, Q-Link 475 Delta, requesting clearance to Canberra.
Delivery, good afternoon.
Yeah, he's dropped off of us again, halfway through his thing. No, not quite ready yet. Event starts in 10 minutes officially. Doors closed. So our checklist here. The trims are set, door and fueling lights are out. Passenger signs are on. Cabin report is received. Flight deck door is locked. Let's grab the collision lights are red. APU bleed not required since we don't have the APU running. And batteries, buses and volts. All looking okay. Standby is a bit warm. It's not too bad though, only 30.
We need delivery. Good afternoon, Qantas 839, special 439 bells requesting airways clearance to Melbourne. Cruise 439, so stand by there. Oh, that's $439.
It's cross fill. Starting the fuel. I think I'll leave the flight plan until we've actually got a departure. Go to menu departure. Pretty sure it's going to be runway 34 left and the Cordo, I guess. Cliff 4 departure, Cordo transition. Most likely. Delivery, Connect 475 Delta, like goes to Canberra.
Queuing 475.
29 set. So we're standing by. To give an announcement, we'll be pushing back in about a little over 5 minutes. Between 5 and 10. Let's assume that we're still boarding. A little bit of traffic on Qantas Drive. Yes. Jump up and...
Embrace 01 at 8:59 and get clear to Mr. President.
All stations, including delivery. Sorry.
Just going to grab myself a mobile phone and I'll be back. And we're back. Let's get that door shut.
The delivery afternoon plus E947 request airways clearance.
I've lost no.
Yeah, our slot time is rapidly approaching, so I'm wondering what's going on with this delay. Sydney delivery, Q-Link 475 Delta, just swing an update on that time frame of delay.
Q-Link 475 Delta shouldn't be too much delay, just another 2 minutes, sorry.
Go with that, just understand that our pushback time was about 10 minutes ago.
Q-Link 475 Delta, sorry, my apologies.
Let's fill in the rest of the details, we know what they are, and if they're not these, we'll ask them to change. Only 3-4 left. Guess it's Glenfield departure, Glenfield 7. Auto transition. There we go, delete that. That's a flight plan.
All stations delivery is now ready, just when you're ready.
Q-Link 475 Delta, requesting close the camera.
Q-Link 475 Delta, you were cleared to Canberra via auto plan route named at 5000, Narrabeen 5 departure, runway 34 right, squawk 4457, and your departure frequency is Sydney departures 120.
Q-Link 475 Delta is not a jet. I believe Narrabeen departure is jet only. Is it?
Q-Link 475
Yeah, it is.
Delta. And delivery, good afternoon, Qantas 439 Delta requesting airways clearance, Melbourne. Airline station calling standby, and Q-Link 475 Delta. You are re-cleared the Glenfield 7 departure, auto transition, runway 34 left, score 4457, and your departure frequency is Sydney departures on 123 decimal.
W Glenfield 7 departure, auto transition, initial climb 5000, score code 4457, and departures 123.0, cross link 475 Delta.
Q-Link 475 Delta, ready back there, call push start.
Clear for start, Q-Link 475 Delta. Contact Graham on already.
Emirates 001 requesting airways clearance to Melbourne.
Which is pretty much now, because that'll get busy. Like
Emirates
really busy.
001, you clear.
Really quickly. Squawk code 4457. That's set. 120.5 will be our next frequency. And we're clear for the push. Door has been closed. Cool. So going to go off the ground service. Let's turn off external power. Done.
We are ready for pushback.
Traffic ground, we are cleared for the push. Seatbelt signs are all on. Exterior light is red. Full start checklist is complete. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are just preparing for departure now. Apologies for the late delay, late departure. We have been held on the ground by a city delivery for about 10 minutes. That said, we'll be pushing back now and on our way shortly to Canberra. Hope you do enjoy the flight with Qantas Link Service 475 Delta on board the Dash 8 Q400. Cabin crew, delay the aircraft for departure. And we're clear for start. Okay, starting engine number 2. So before we do that, let's put in our these things. Our departure will be FAT 5, since we've got the longest runway in the country. We're at about 24, so it'll be, what's the temperature out there? It's under 20 degrees, so it'll be 118 for the V1 and the rotation. 118 set for V1 and the rotate. And the safety speed is 122 for the V2. .122 is set. It'll be FAT 5 for departure. And his skid is on. Logo light is on.
Sydney ground, Emirates 001 at 8:59, request pushback and start.
Is he going to stop anytime soon?
Emirates 001, contact Sydney ground 126, station 5. Going to 126.5, Emirates 01.
Set parking brakes.
Back brake.
Sydney ground, good
Yes,
afternoon, go cat 636 on Bravo, requesting taxi.
Starting engine number 2. Start feather set.
Unlocking gear.
All session Sydney ground is back.
Connected. Bypass being removed.
One go cat 636 on Bravo, holding short runway 25, requesting taxi.
Prop RPM increasing.
Cat 636. Good afternoon, Sydney ground, stand by.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Very good. Starting engine at number 1.
Clear to start engines.
And H is rising.
Cat 636, cross runway 25, taxi Bravo.
Start feather set.
Crossing runway 25 via Bravo to the right, go cat 636.
Prop RPM 210. Minimum RPM set. RPM rising. RPM's good. Go max RPM. Reduce to 85. There we go. Offside checklist, external power APU is disconnected. Main bus tie comes off. Electrical panels, all good there. AC Gen 1 and 2 are good. Ignition levers are full maximum, auto feather is selected, fuel pumps on, hydraulics checked, P2 is on. Flaps are set 5 and speeds have been selected. Rudder. Take off 1. Goes good to the left and to the right.
Any ground,
The other.
just 4 good.
Good to the left and the right. Good. No steering. Okay, go on.
Just not all 14, push approved.
50 MFD ED is checked. Bleeds are set to minimum.
Okay, 36, but you should fit a domestic issue.
And on.
Just ask 44.
Good, the heats are on.
Just P320.
And oscillator is on. Ice protection test complete.
Roger, no. Can 636.
Brakes tested. Take off
for
40.
50, 54, 56.
Take one is fine.
Very happy.
Checked. Take a barrels NTOP set and reduced to 85. Flight controls. We'll take off that at the moment. And we're good to go forward. Left and take out one of the spoilers. That's all good. The other one to the right. That's tested. Flight controls checked. Your dampener set. Clearances received and just waiting on cabin. Call for taxi. Sydney ground, Q-Link 475 Delta is on domestic 1 Alpha, ready for taxi, 1034 left.
Feeling 475 Delta. Feeling 475, you can taxi Charlie across runway 25 to the Lima holding point runway 34 left.
Charlie Bravo, cross runway 25 on Charlie, and then Bravo 10 holding point runway 34 left, Q-Link 475 Delta. Okay, when we taxi, we'll do a takeoff safety brief. Runway 34 left, which is 3,952 metres long. But we are going to be using 3/4 of that. I'll be following. Our V speeds are set. Rotation is the V1. Conditions are dry. Pretty much cover okay out there. So if we do have any issues, we can stop up to the V1. After that, we can move to takeoff. We will already have the nose in the air by the time that happens, and we'll just continue the rotation. If we do need to come around, it'll be a left-hand circuit, obviously visual BMC, so we're all good. Taxiing up Charlie at this stage, which is the next one to the left. Assuming it goes well for takeoff, we'll be
Land
via
velocity
the
947, A41.
departure, Glenfield. We track runway heading to 600 feet, and then turn we're heading up 210.
Velocity 947, push approved.
210, sir.
Extract approved, velocity 947.
From 210, we track to
Caution, yes, 320
243
on
degree
the
outbound radial to
pushback.
Glenfield, which is on 428. Glenfield should be on the...
59,
the intercept's even there, look at that. So we can actually do it via the nav. LNAV.
Can you guys just have full footing taxi?
Delta 414. Taxi Charlie, crush runway 25.
Once we reach Glenfield, we'll be tracking
Bravo
170
10.
down to
And
intercept the
Harry,
208 degree radial
right.
outbound from Sydney, and then tick order. Let's just see what that looks like on the nav display.
Charlie, cross 25.
Yep, there it is. So Glenfield, intercept point down the corner.
Caution, Virgin 737, pushing back out to 841.
So as we know, we're about 10 minutes late on our slot time. Let's do the final checklist. Done the taxi one. Cabin is secure now. Line up checks with lights and bleeds. Static isolation valve is already set. FCAD mode is GA, wing level. We'll put in...
Sydney ground, emergency
navigation.
01, runway 24 left.
Crossing 25.
001, contact ground, left ground on 126 decimal 5.
We know 126 decimal 5, emergency 01.
White anti-collision is on, taxi is on. 25 is not active.
Sydney ground, I'm calling 530, just pushing start there.
530, push approved.
That's approved on 530.
Coming in over the road. Caution.
Sydney ground, good afternoon, call 525, the base is runway 34 right on uniform 1.
Well, there's 525 contact tower, you should be with tower until the Charlie intersection.
Roger, next tower, 525.
Towers 120.5 for us. Once we make a turn on to Bravo 10, we'll be there. Let's turn on the transponder. Set. With the radar, can go into test mode.
Sydney ground, Jetstar 7255, request pushback and start.
Just 775. Push approved. Push approved. Just
Radar is tested. Get that off for the moment.
Okay, velocity 947, request taxi runway 34 right.
And on standby.
Velocity 947, taxi Charlie cross runway 25. Yep, so Bravo 10.
Jump over the tower.
Charlie cross runway 65 with Bravo 10, velocity 927.
Let's turn on some lights. White collisions are actually okay with that. And the
Correct,
departures
917
1, 2, 3,
Massachusetts, final approach 34 left. Correct, 917 Sydney Tower, good afternoon.
Sydney Tower, gear link 475, ready at Bravo 10 for intersection 34 left.
475 Delta, you're ready for immediate departure.
475 Delta, AFib.
Okay, link 475 Delta, 113 for left, for takeoff.
Right, 3 for left, clear for takeoff, gear link 475 Delta. I'll try that black, but anyway. Nothing on the inbound. Moving clear for takeoff. Takeoff checks are complete. Anti-collision lights on. All of those lights are on. Pilot static isolation valve is set. Bleeds are set. AFCAD mode and portion is black. We're ready to go. Takeoff was set. $80 knots. V1 rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear up.
One for one, we'll run with left departure. Station collect standby, break, 917 runway straight for left, please. Clear to land, 3 for left, Rex 917. Gearline 475 Delta, contact departures.
Departure is close. Gear link 475 Delta. Departures 130. City departures, gear link 475 Delta is out of 2000 for 3.
Station calling departures, say again, into the ground station.
Gear link 475 Delta passing 2500.
Crossing 475 Delta, departures are identified, climb 2, flight level 180. Continue tracking via the SID.
Climb flight 180 by the Glenfield, departure gear link 475 Delta. $80,000 set. Let's bring that RPM back down to the climb. A bit of other trim. And autopilot set. IIS up to 200 knots. Okay, after takeoff checklist, landing gear is up, flaps to 0, lead, and go back to normal. And flight power is set. Glenfield. There's 10,000. Seatbelt signs can go off. Isolation turn back to normal. Now we'll do the climb checklist. Altimeter set 1013. Ice protection not required at this stage. It's cabin, okay, so probably won't need it until we
Make departures. Emirates 001 at 5000.
Pressurization is checked.
Emirates 001. For the departures, climb at flight level 280. Continue tracking by the
Stand at 200 feet in the cabin.
Finish departures, copy that. Emirates 001, climb to flight level 280. Continue tracking spared by Emirates 001.
Fuel control set to until he pumps off. And auto feather is off. Climbing checklist is complete. Let's close all those charts. That we don't need anymore. And we'll have a look at the camera. Okay, at Canberra we have Meta showing wind 350 at 99 knots, so 350 degrees, that's straight down runway 35 obviously. Scale at 2000, broken 4000. Temperature 11. We're inbound by the Bungo 9 Alpha arrival, runway 35. Also chop that in now. Alpha, number 1. 35. Less. And Caton. loop. The rest of that should be fine. Let's brief it. So Bungo, just 40 DME from Canberra. Heading 201 degrees, minimum of 6,700 feet to Hippo and Foxlow. Then have Gibble. Gibble has a requirement to cross at 205 knots or less. After that's direct to Menzies and Cater. And Cater's where we pick up the ILS. Currently across Menzies at 6,000 or above. Cater at 5,400. And from then we join the ILS. VNAV, take a look at Cater, number 8. Church Creek's the one that we're looking for. Also got 1,000 feet to go. Selected.
Emirates 001, cancel the SID. Track present position for direct Wollongong, then flight plan route.
Immediate departure damages, I want to copy that, cancel state, direct to Wollongong, like plan crew. 201.
And reducing power down to the cruise, 850.
Heading 569, just off all for them, departing of there for 500 to 5,000.
With the rudder trim off.
Just 414, good afternoon, Sydney departures, clarified, climb 2, flight level 280.
Flight level 280, just off all for them.
Yeah, Church Creek 4770, I'll set that.
Sydney departures, Qantas 439, with you passing 2,100.
Qantas 439, Sydney departures, identified, climb to flight level 280.
That gives us a descent point right at the top.
Climb flight level 280, Qantas 439.
Keep an eye on that rudder trim as we start accelerating. Yeah, if we look at the ILS, we will be shooting the ILS approach with that 2,000 feet scatter cloud. Inbound is 109.5 with frequency. This is for runway 35. Set the format to bring up the ILS. The ILS course is 438. So yeah, 348. So thanks. There we go. Hit that format button to close it again. Set and hold down that format button for a couple of seconds and go back.
Crossing 475 Delta, contact Melbourne Centre 125.0. Bye bye.
125.0, Qantas link 475 Dallas, yep. 1250.
Emirates 001, passing.
Melbourne Centre, Q-Link 475 Delta is flight number 180.
Q-Link 475 Delta, Melbourne Centre, good afternoon. Velocity 1125, contact is Brisbane Centre 124 decimal Quebec.
Melbourne Centre, today, Emirates 001, coming to flight level 280.
Emirates 001, Centre, good afternoon, climb to maintain flight level 360.
I maintain flight level 360, Emirates 001.
Velocity 1125, contact Brisbane Centre 124 decimal Quebec.
Velocity 1125.
Hey, contact Centre 1248, good day.
124, right, good day.
Emirates 001, just confirm you were assigned 360 and I show you at flight level 385 now. Let's confirm what level you're climbing to. Q-Link 475 Delta Camp Star clearance Bungo 9 hours for arrival 35, flight level 180.
Bungo 1 up for arrival, runway 35 and maintaining flight level 180, Q-Link 475 Delta.
Emirates 001 Centre.
Centre, Emirates 001.
Yes, sir, you're assigned 360. I show you at 370. Just state your intentions.
Emirates 001, dropping down to 360. Apologies. An issue with the autopilot.
Copy that. Melbourne Centre, Qantas 439, level 240. Qantas 439, Centre, good afternoon, climb to maintain, flight group 340.
We'll look at the approach. We'll be using flap 10.
Climb 340, Qantas 439.
Might do 15. No, we'll do 10. 10. So flap 10, 224 kilograms, sorry, 24 tons, 1,000 kilograms. V approach is
Qantas 6012, Centre, good afternoon. Shooting 475, Delta, contact Centre 125, days to expect descent.
Airborne 25.2, clearing link 475.
Qantas 6012, Stark from Sydney is a river to arrival from runway 34 left, flight level 370.
152 set. Level 10, gear link 475 Delta, flight level 180.
Doing 475 Delta, Melbourne Centre.
Just add 5 to that, so 127. That's our actual approach speed, and the VGA is 112. So approach speed will
Doing
be
425 Delta, wind ready descent 8000, QNH 1008.
08000, QNH 1008, Q link 475 Delta. $8,000 is set, VNAV is selected, altitude select, and a 1008 on the standby. That's all set, top of the set's not far. Okay, for the flap 10, our approach speed will be 127, the VREF is 122, and the go around is 112. That is to say, if we get to 112 knots, we have to go around, or apply full thrust at any rate.
Qantas 620, ready to
Set
taxi
checklist,
runway 34.
pressurization, not yet set.
So
Down on
last
the
station,
ground,
just missed the call sign out of
elevation
Canberra.
1,800 and 60
Qantas
feet.
620.
Right about there.
Qantas 620, taxi by Alpha and Juliet, hold short, runway 34.
Taxi 34 by Alpha and Juliet, and we'll hold short, Qantas 620.
JPWS flap is set, set for 10. And briefing, let's do the minimums. So the minimums are 2,480. It's MDA actually. $2,480, and that's 611 on decision line.
Melbourne Centre, ready, Emirates 001, and flight level 360.
Emirates 001, good evening, Melbourne Centre.
And descent is beginning. VNAV path. So reduce that thrust. Need to lose a little bit of rudder.
Good afternoon, Wisdom 170, we're in Canberra. Are you providing services here or shall we depart on the CTAP?
Wisdom 178, we're covering Canberra. If you're ready, happy OS clearance as well.
Wisdom 178, go.
Wisdom 170, you cleared to Sydney by Cullen planned route, just maintain 10,000. Runway 35, Cullen 8 departure, onwards clearance, River 2 arrival. Squawk 3174.
Cleared to Sydney by Cullen planned route, maintain 10,000. Runway 35, Cullen 8 departure, onwards on the River 2. Squawk 3174, Wisdom 17, we're at 34 squadron.
Flies detected, let's see what the wings look like.
Wisdom 17.
Temperature's minus 18. So a little bit of moisture on the wings from our departure. Icing set on. Set the passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking from the flight deck. We're happy going over descent into Canberra at this time, and I've turned on the seatbelt signs as aircraft prepares for the arrival. I'll be arriving into Canberra within the next 10 minutes and should have you at the gate shortly thereafter. Sorry about the slight late running of this service. We are looking at about a 15-minute delay at this stage on the gate. That said, I hope you enjoyed the flight with us today in the Dash 8 Q400 Qantas Link number 475 Delta service to Canberra. Cabin crew will be coming through just to check that everything is set for the arrival, and that should be great. Thanks for flying with us. Hope you enjoy the flights and have a pleasant stay in Canberra. Do the approach checklist as we come through 10,000. So let's forward select 1018. 1018 is set. Approach checklist, altimeter set. Fuel transfer is off. Fuel pumps on.
On 738, descent 6,000.
Stable hydraulic and the PTU is on. Hydraulics checked. All good. Passenger signs are on. Caution panel is black and cabin is running on the cabin.
Qantas 620 is at holding point Juliet at runway 34, ready to go.
Qantas 620, hold position, contact approach 132 0.
Switch in, go approach 132 0, Qantas 620.
Killing 475 Delta, descent 6,000.
Yeah, 6,000, killing 475 Delta. .6,000 feet is set.
Emirates 001 star clearance is available.
I'll keep that speed.
Emirates 001, ready to copy, star clearance.
Emirates 001 cleared Lizzie to Alpha arrival, runway 27, maintain flight level 360.
Emirates 001, copy the clearance, Lizzie to Alpha arrival, runway 27, and maintain flight level 360.
Melbourne Center, Qantas 439 with you. Qantas 439, Melbourne Center, good day. Qantas 439, can you accept flight level 360 due traffic? Hey, firm, Qantas 439. Qantas 439, upon maintain amended flight level 360 requirement to reach 360 by Tampa. I'm flight level 360 and we'll go 439.
So we're looking at format.
Doing 475 Delta descent 5,500 clear ILS runway 35 approach report established.
4,300 and we'll port established to 1035 ILS. Currently 475 Delta. No source selected. Go into the approach mode. $4,005 is set. And we'll select an IS mode of 205. Pushing the bow in. Lights are on.
17, request taxi, CQ next 1008, request November inspection departure.
Reduced MP for landing and minimum set.
17, copy taxi via Delta, cross runway 35 Bravo, hold short initially runway 30.
So that's a bleed minimum.
Taxi via Delta, cross runway 35, left onto Bravo, hold short runway 30, Lisbon 17.
Landing check, ice protection. Current temperatures +7.
Caution, terrain.
To drop it at the moment. No icing, no icing noted.
QJ 1508, contact Melbourne Centre 125.0, expect star clearance, good day.
Contact Melbourne Centre on a 125.
Just level off there.
Pull up.
QJ 1508.
Terrain. Terrain.
Flight type is on.
1738, contact approach 132.0, good day.
Landing checklist, ice protection is off. Just waiting on landing gear. Let's get that down now. Get down. Three grey. Flap 5. Center, Q-Link 475 Delta established on 035.
Going 475 Delta, thanks, wind is 350 degrees 10 knots, runway 5, continue approach traffic, just crossing runway ahead.
Continuing approach runway 35, Q-Link 475. Let's get that speed off. for 160 knots.
Wisdom 17 on Bravo, cross runway 30, taxi holding point November, runway 35.
On Bravo,
For lap 10,
runway
speed check
30,
160,
and
flap
taxi
10.
holding point November, runway 35, Wisdom 17.
Getting 475 Delta, runway 35, clear to land.
35 close to land, corners, link 475 down. It's a landing checklist, landing gear down through green, condition levers maximum, flap are set for 10, and the bleeds are set minimum. Landing checklist complete.
Qantas 439, start clearance available.
Go ahead, Qantas 439.
Qantas 439, cleared Liberty 2 Alpha arrival, runway 27, maintain flight level 360.
Liberty 2 Alpha arrival, runway 27, and we'll maintain flight level 360, Qantas 439.
Minimums.
Wisdom 17 is ready, runway 35.
So that's an on button, on button.
Wisdom 17, report sighting a Qantas Link Dash 8 on a 2 mile final, runway 35.
Wisdom 17, traffic inside.
Wisdom 17, thanks, behind landing Dash 8, line up runway 35 behind.
On landing Dash 8, line up runway 35 behind, Wisdom 17.
Lights low.
Emirates 001, when ready, descend flight level 10.
40. 30. 20.
When ready, descend flight level 210. Emirates 0.
God love a Dash 8. And its ability to stop really quick. So no, Qantas Link 475 Delta is vacated, reclaim.
Getting 425 Delta taxi via Delta and Bravo, cross runway 30 and Charlie GFA.
Cross Delta Bravo, Charlie Delta Bravo, Qantas Link 475 Delta.
Wisdom 17, wind 1, direction 350 degrees, 10 knots, runway 35, please for takeoff.
Cleared to take off runway 35, Wisdom 17.
Okay, lights are off.
Qantas 439, when ready, descend flight level 210.
When ready, flight level 210, Qantas 439.
Control locks on, anti-collision light is off, flaps are up. Weather radar off. Fuel pumps. Fuel pumps are off, PTU and hydraulics are off. Flight taxi to taxi, ice protection not required, main mast tying is on. No Doppler is off.
Wisdom 17, 3,200, climbing to 10,000.
Wisdom 17 identified. Climb maintain, flight level 210, no speed restrictions.
Climb to flight level 210, no speed, thanks, Wisdom 17.
Brakes on. Let's get this thing shut down fairly quickly. Feather selected. Edit time 30 seconds. Turn off the transponder. Radio's off. That's 30 seconds, shutting down. We should be actually taking off on our next flight in 1 minute. So let's sort this around as quick as we can. Seatbelt signs off. Main lights are off. Let's get on to the data here. So we have it, takeoff time 22:59, 35-minute flight. Not too bad. That's actually pretty close to what we expected, apart from departure time being 20 minutes late. Deboarding. Cool. Let's get the next one going, hey? So we got our PFBX. See if we can file the flight plan. It's 422 Delta, Canberra to Sydney. And let's turn on the external power. Okay, let's get our payload set. We have 61 passengers this time. A little bit fuller. Cool. Fuel release is 2,499, we'll call it 2,500. That's 30 minutes holding out Sydney if we need it. Trip fuel should be 663. That's set. We'll walk out this door. And then nav, we go direct to 99. That clears out the flight plan. Do the same over here. So we go to flight plan, camera. And we're going via Whiskey 122. Or Binduk. And Binduk we take Whiskey 133. 113, sorry. Number 5. Tessat number 3. Down to Sydney. Passengers, we have 61. $1,200 on the cargo. $617 for the alternate, and that's Williamtown. Holding is 325. $340 for the extra. Takes $1,250. There we go. Back door closing. Centre, Q-Link 422 Delta on the ground Canberra requesting clearance to Sydney.
Q-Link 422 Delta, g'day, over center again, stand by for your OS clearance.
Oh no, 35 obviously. I reckon it'll be Binduk 2. 35. See as this goes. I'm sure Binduk's there twice, yep.
Q-Link 422 Delta, clearance is available when you're ready.
Q-Link 422 Delta, ready copy.
Q-Link 422 Delta, you clear to Sydney via Binduk, flight plan route maintain 10,000. Runway 35, Binduk 2 departure. Onward clearance is a Odell 5 arrival. Score 3160.
Q-Link 422 Delta, clear to Sydney via Binduk. Binduk 2 departure, runway 35. Odell, so again, 10,000 feet for the climb. Onward clearance, Odell 5 departure, say again, arrival for Sydney, and the score code 3160, Q-Link 422 Delta. 360.
Okay, call 22 Delta. New Zealand 5, Melbourne Town, you on frequency, sir?
Yes, this 5 is on
3160,
frequency.
New Zealand
Right, that's
5,
correct.
state your
Initial time
intention,
is 10,000.
This 5 to land runway
10,007.
35.
So for a second, let's do the departure check. So we've already done the acceptance check. Basic safety is landing gear lights 3 green, engine intake doors green, circuit breakers are checked, pilot gear door is fine, fire and smoke detection was done this morning, bleed air 1 and 2. They go off. APU bleeds not required since the APU is off. Recirc fan is on. Pressurization is good for this location. AC packs checked. Emergency lights are armed. Fuel has been checked and transfer is off. Power condition levers, we have disc and cut off. No steering goes off. Let's go and check the takeoff. Yep. FMS is set. Let's do takeoff and departure briefing. Our runway is 1,800 feet above sea level and is 3,283 metres long. Then cleared the Bindok departure. Out of camera. Let's select that one. Non-jet north, there it is. So safety speeds at our current weight, which is about 25, nearly 26 actually. Takeoff safety card. Our altitude it's closer to 2,000 feet. We'll be using flaps 5 for departure. 125 is our rotation speed and 127 the V1, V2 shows. V1 124, rotation 125 and 127 for climb out safety speed V2. Using RNAV for departure, cross fill. There it is, DER's departure end of runway. Four start checks. Trims are set. Under trim, just gonna head off to the right slightly. Doors. In the cabin for that. Cabin crew, close doors in preparation for departure. Red light is on. Passenger signs are on. Door and fueling lights are off. Cabin report received, flight deck door is locked, anti-collision lights are on. APU bleed is not required, and the batteries. Batteries, buses and volts. Batteries are good, just waiting on our departure. Let's push it back.
080 for base.
Typically it's 080 for base, NZ5.
Ground power off. I'm settled on the ground at Canberra, Q-Link 422 Delta, ready for pushback. We'll be pushing into Bravo.
Q-Link 422 Delta, understood. Pushback is approved.
Pushback approved, Q-Link 422 Delta.
Locking gear.
Got gear locked, so we are ready for push.
New Zealand 5, heading 010, correction 020, intercept the runway 35 localizer, clear to ILS approach.
Flight has been inserted.
Sending this on to 020, cleared
Break
for
released, right push.
ILS 35
All engines clear.
approach.
Start that wheel.
And we're on the pushback. So I've done the departure briefing. Safety brief are done on the upflight. Technically this will be the other side of the airplane, so first officer's actually flying. Let's see if I can do this, eh? Brave.
Qantas 441, star clearance available.
Go ahead with staff for Qantas 441.
Qantas 441, you cleared the Lizzie 2 Bravo arrival, runway 34, maintain flight level 380.
Your first officer speaking, my name is Trent. We've
We're
just
clearing
begun
on
the
a
pushback
Lizzie
from the
2
gate.
Bravo,
We do
runway
apologise for being a little bit
34,
late.
and
We
we'll
were
maintain
late
380
arriving from Sydney due
441.
to issues with ATC over there. That said, we're on the pushback now and we should be departing shortly. Hope you enjoyed the flight with Qantas Link, flight number 422 to Sydney in the Dash 8 Q400. Captain crew will be preparing the aircraft for departure and we'll be on our way very shortly.
Camera 001,
thanks for
short
flying
delay
with us,
8000,
and I'll,
contact
speak to you
approach
again
now
soon.
132.0, good day.
Going to 132.0 from Chevrolet 001. Thanks for the guidance. Have a good
Okay,
day.
we'll be starting engine number 2 firstly.
See ya.
That's set to normal. Number 2 is selected.
Qantas 430, 9 descent 8000 on QNH 1002.
It's all good. Let's do it.
Was that
Starting number
9,000?
2.
Qantas 439.
Qantas 439, 8000, QNH 1002.
8,000 QNH 1002, Qantas 439.
Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
NZ5 is established on the localizer.
NH rising.
NZ5 runway 35, clear
At
to
19,
land,
let's go
wind
to start
is
feather.
350 degrees, 10 knots.
Clear to land runway 35, NZ5.
Unlocking gear.
Qantas 620, contact Melbourne Centre 125.0. 125.0, Qantas 620, good day. And all stations standby, soon we'll be away for
Set
about 2
minimum
minutes.
850.
Left is clear. Right is clear. Clear to start engines.
RPM looks good. And I'll select number 1. NH is rising. start feather set. While that happens, we'll go flat 5. Radar test while facing down the taxiway there. That's good, set to both. Bleed air, set to minimum. And on. Maximum RPM thrust. Move the radar back to off and then standby. After start checklist, external power IPU is not on. Main bus
Panel
line.
station center is back.
Okay, go off. Electrical panels. That is checked. We have AC Gen 1 and 2. We're good.
Qantas 441, when ready,
Can you just
descend
leave
by
us
level 210.
Maximum auto feather.
When ready, down to 210, Qantas 441.
Fuel pumps on and PTU is on, as well as the hydraulics. Pumping speeds set.
Melbourne Centre, g'day, velocity 652 on descent flight level 110.
Velocity 652, g'day, Melbourne
Check.
Centre.
All good. Radar check. All good.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 441. We are unable to...
Good.
Lizzie Bravo.
While we're doing that,
Lizzie
we'll
2
do the
Bravo.
flight control check
Can
as
we
well.
request Victor?
Qantas 441, that's approved. You re-cleared Lucy 2 Victor, arrival, runway 34.
Lizzie 2 Victor, runway 34, Qantas 441.
And all good. No steering is on. PFD, MFD, ED. Set for departure. We'll use nav. Once we get airborne, we'll select IAS. So we can do that now. Alright, let's leave it in the toga. So nav and GA. Set. Leads on and minimum.
Velocity 652, descent 8000 and QNH 1008.
That's all set. Test.
8000 QNH 1008, velocity
Overhead.
652.
Transport the TCAS is right code. I'll set that. On altitude. Taxi check. Brakes are tested. Takeoff warning. I'll just grab that now. And move aside to actually reach that. There's on there. Yeah, something's on set. Am I missing? Nope, just the brakes. Let's go. Takeoff warning has been checked, so your dampener is on. And the cabin is good to go. Just need clearance, taxi. Melbourne Centre, Q-Link 422 Delta 1 on the ground, tax on camera. Ready for taxi.
Going for 22 Delta, taxi via Bravo and November, hold short runway 35.
Bravo November, holding short 35, Q-Link 422 Delta. Now, as you'd expect in an aircraft of this size, the captain's the one that has the taxi.
Qantas 439, contact approach 132 days 0
That's where
today.
the taxi steering is, and you'll notice there's
122 days
absence of one on the other side.
Yeah, Qantas 439.
Of course, and I just confirmed 132.0.
Line up checks. Built static isolation valve is isolated.
Velocity 652, descent 6,000.
6,000, velocity 652.
And bleeds have already been set to minimum. FC mode is GA and LDAV. Caution panel is black.
Lost one heavy. White, level 160, and 250.
Collision lights go to white for the takeoff. And
Minus one, g'day, Melbourne Centre, climb and maintain to flight level 350.
Climbing flight level 350. Lost one heavy.
10,000 is set, we need to select, and we're all good.
Just 725, lead control area, no further A2C, Monty Unicom 122, days Malay, g'day. Just 1125, Melbourne Centre.
Go to the Kilo 422 Delta, runway 35 Canberra, ready for takeoff.
Feeling 422 Delta, wind 350 degrees, 10 knots, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
Runway 35, clear for takeoff, Kilo 422 Delta. Nothing's on the approach, all the lights are ready. On our checklist, standing collision lights are on and white. Landing lights are on, purpose static isolation valves are
One, no worries, that's
bleed is set for departure, AFCAD's mode set for departure, caution panel is blank, takeoff checks are complete.
Melbourne Centre, good afternoon, viewing 421 Delta, on descent to 55110.
Feeling 421 Delta, Melbourne Centre, good afternoon.
Flight control lock is off.
Velocity 652, descent 5,500, cleared island approach, runway 35, report established.
Descent to 5,500, cleared ILS runway 35, velocity 652.
Takeoff first, check. Sure that last.
Killing 421 Delta, descent 8,000 on QNH 1008.
Change 8,000 on 1008, QNH 1. Let's use 429 Delta.
V1 rotate. V2.
Traffic.
Stand by.
Descend.
Positive rate, gear up.
Clear of conflict.
Check. Is that not going there? set.
Melbourne Centre, Jetstar. 725, confirm.
And
Change
select.
income on 122 days.
Climb thrust.
Jetstar 725, hey, firm, want you to come out, g'day.
Thank you very much, John T. Unicom, Jetstar 725.
2 is just a bit odd. It's not.
Melbourne Center, Julie, Hawaii 5,
Should really.
through flight level 1910, flight level 110.
Settle down now.
Waiting for 85 Delta Melbourne Centre, g'day.
Yeah, look at that.
Melbourne
What
Centre,
flight is
one hip. I'm returning back to the cockpit, receiving all
Flaps up.
communication.
Fine, thanks.
All parts in. IAS mode, looking for 200 knots. Let's sort out that road trim. So the Q-Link 422 Delta is climbing out of 6,300.
Q-Link 422 Delta Center identified, climb maintain, flight level 190.
On flight level 190, Q-Link 422 Delta. 190 set.
Melbourne Center, Qantas 441 is leaving 380 for flight level 210.
Qantas 441.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 479 Delta, level 380, on there.
Qantas 439 Delta. Qantas 441, for your descent, make speed 270 knots until reaching flight level 140.
Takeoff checklists. Landing gear is up. Flaps 0.
270 knots.
And Blake can get back on to normal.
140 for Qantas 441.
Air velocity 652,
Flight
Charlotte,
set, 900.
35.
Velocity 652, thanks, wind 350 degrees, 10 knots, runway 35, cleared to land.
Runway 35 to land, velocity 652.
Q-Link 421 Delta, descend 5,500.
5,500 Q-Link, 421 Delta.
Coming on out of 10,000, QNH 1013.
Q-Link 485, just confirm centre did clear you for the Badger arrival? Correction, the Bungo arrival.
On checklist, Delta Blue.
Q-Link 485 Delta, thanks, and descend now 8,000, QNH 1008.
So have bleeds are on and normal, automatic packs. And at 200 feet.
Q-Link 422 Delta, contact Melbourne Centre now 125.0, okay?
125.0, Q-Link 422 Delta set.
Dive pace, 2, g'day.
Oh, so the Q-Link 422 Delta is out of level 120.
Kilo 22 Delta, Melbourne Centre, good afternoon, assign runway 34, that's climb to maintain flight level 190.
Oh, flight level 190, runway 34 left Sydney, Q-Link 422 Delta. Check we've got everything.
Go Cat 251, contact center
190, altitude selected. Give it a fair way to go yet. I can tell if seatbelts on, so.
125.2, go Cat 251.
Flight plan menu, arrival.
FedEx
34 left,
A57, contact center 125.2.
It's that Odell 5 arrival, one way.
Contact center 125.
Any approach will probably be the RLS, so select one. Lose TESAT. duplicate of Odell as well. Cool. Let's bring up those charts. Okay, Odell arrival. Odell, it's Odell's first waypoint, and Mr. If you need to cross over below 7,000. Then there's Glenfield and Vectors on Glenfield. Mr. being 7,000, we'll add that to our descent. Number 4. That's set. After that's only via profiles and vectors. We won't be passing test set, but I might as well leave it in there because it's vectors. And then we'll join the ILS in ILS mode. Set up the ILS. ILS is runway 34 left. Frequency is 110.1. One is set to both sides. I'm on the format button for a little while. That'll bring us that. And our inbound course is 335. Cars on the feet to go. .335 has been set. And we'll drop in here to pick up the crossfill.
Level center velocity 850, not climb, high level 20.
North to the 850, Santa, good afternoon. Climb to maintain flight level 380.
Climb high level 380, velocity 850.
Okay, reducing power of the cruise, 850. And another trim just back to the neutral, almost. Alright, next thing we need to do is the minimums of the ILS. They're fairly simple. We have 220 on precision, and that's 206 on precision height, 220 MDA. .206 set. .220 MDA. Next is our approach speeds. We'll be landing with about 25 ton. And I'm looking at flap 10. Fairly long runway. Probably be looking at coming off Bravo 9, I'd imagine, would be the best. Might end up at Bravo 10, but we'll try for the Bravo 9, roll it through. $225 for the VRAF. $215 for the NGA. Put $215 in there. $225 as a VRAF, so it'll be $230 for the approach. Adjustment to the rudder trim as we accelerate. And review. Got the ILS frequency set. Will be radar vectors from Glenfield. For that though, we need to cross Mr. at all over 7,000 feet. We'll have the VNAV set for that. Chuck in the VNAV on the other side too. That's it. Go. Set on both sides. See if we can grab the ATIS while we have a chance. 12625.
Let's for left. 009, contact ground approach advise you have
Chile 422 Delta, wind ready to descend to 9,000, Sydney 1009.
Delta 9000, wind ready, and QNH 1009, QNH 244 Delta, and 422. 9000. Go back to that ATIS.
009, contact ground approach advise you have Delta.
Any time information from Delta, expect individual approach from the
Circle left, circle right, winds 3209 off. Cloud cover K, temperature 19, QNH 1009, contact ground approach advise you have Delta.
Any time information from Delta, expect individual approach from the
Circle left, circle right, winds 3209 off. Cloud cover K, temperature 19, QNH 1009, contact ground approach advise you have Delta.
Any time information from Delta, expect individual approach from the
Circle left, circle right, winds 3209 off. Cloud cover K, temperature 19, QNH 1009, contact ground approach advise you have Delta.
Any time information from Delta, expect individual approach from
Something to be said for the automatic ATIS, as they say, don't rush. Okay, cleared to descend when ready. VNAV is set now, and go. VNAV armed, altitude select armed. Descent checklist. Descent checklist, pressurization. There's always something passing. Pressurization, the landing altitude is about 0. That's set.
Qantas 620, contact send on 124 decimal, okay.
GBWS flap is set for 10.
124 decimal 8, Qantas 620, good one.
Briefing is complete. MSA has been set to 20. Speeds have been set, which is 130 on the approach and 125 for the VRAF, 115 for the forced max thrust. And minima set 206, decision height. Runway RLS has been set on 10.1.
No, Shannon, this is still going to kill it down off my way.
The aircraft calling Center, say again.
Yeah, this is Boeing Billy Killer down off Mike at flight number 280, just as calling. Got next Luca.
Zulu Golf Mike, you should be with Brisbane 124 decimal 8.
Roger, 124 decimal 8. Sorry, thank you.
As out of set. Or back that power. Bit of trim while we do it. And starting that right hand turn.
Melbourne 7, Qantas 1 heavy with you, flight level 370.
Qantas 1, Fennec, good afternoon, start clearance, rivet 2 arrival, runway 34 left, flight level 370.
Qantas 1 heavy star clearance, rivet 2 arrival, runway 34 left.
Around the cabin. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain speaking from the flight deck. I have turned on the seatbelt signs at this time in preparation for our arrival into Sydney. We should be arriving there in approximately 10 to 15 minutes and having on the gate probably 5 minutes after touchdown. Thanks for flying with us, QLink 5422 from
Climb to flight level
to
380 and
Sydney
capture cruise plane.
on our Dash 8 Q400 airplane. Hope you enjoyed the flights, and I do wish you a pleasant stay in Sydney when safe on the journey. Cabin crew will be passing through the cabin just to set the aircraft for the approach and the arrival, and then yeah, we should be very well on the way. Currently in Sydney we have a temperature of 20 degrees and just a little light scattering cloud, no rain. We do expect to be coming in overhead Botany Bay and arriving into Sydney from the south. Cabin crew, prepare the aircraft for arrival. that speed as well as we can.
Sydney 422 Delta, contact approach 1283.
Early approach 1280.3, view link 422,000.
That was velocity 842 with you, level 2.
8.3 set. And Delta 1009er. 1009 set.
Julie, 171 Delta from Lamo, turn back, locating 130. From Reno, heading 130.
Keep that speed up about 240. Sit.
Julie, Delta, are you high frequency? Killing 422 Delta, are you on my frequency?
Killing 422 Delta, we descending to 9,000 through flight level 110, information doesn't. He interrupted me to ask me if I was talking.
Killing 422 Delta, continue descend to 6,000.
6,000, killing 422 Delta. Sydney and Botany Bay. $250, leave it there. 10,000 feet, let's get the main lights on. Approach checklist. Altimeter set, 1009. Fuel transfer is up, fuel pumps are on, transfer and PTU standby hydraulics are set. Passenger sides are on, caution panel is black and this on the cabin.
You'll get 617 to 6,000.
Cabin is ready.
SMS 6,000, packet 670. Hello, Jerry.
Cabin crew, 6 foot up, arrival.
Killing 171 Delta, descending to 6,000. Killing 0.1 Delta, descending to 6,000. 6,000 will do.
Approach digit 415 on descent 10,000 with Delta.
Just 415, good afternoon.
We'll clear down to 6, won't we? Let's go into IAS and just hold 240.
Velocity 520. Velocity 515, 20. Are you tracking correct to the Mike Alpha Juliet Alpha Rocket? Velocity 1520, make a left turn immediate, heading 07.
Fast the go.
Approach to velocity 9540, 131 there at 1,000, receive Delta.
Velocity 9541 back. Going 171 Delta to right heading 170.
Tracker 170 or 171 Delta.
Increase thrust, hold 230 knots.
Velocity 1520, turn right heading 155, delaying.
Roughing 155, what's the engagement?
Going 171 Delta, turn right heading 155, delaying.
Left heading 155, 171 Delta.
Velocity 1520, contact East Director 1253, check.
We have traffic 12 o'clock, really close.
Yeah, any factor. Doing 422 Delta, contact the correction, contact directly to 1261, connect.
126.1, Keeling 422 Delta.
171 Delta, channel heading 100. 171 Delta, channel heading 100.
Left heading 190, 31 Delta.
See Director, Keeling 422 Delta is 6000, still tracking Tessa.
Going 422 Delta, get 8 to major left turn. Turn right heading 145, vectors front will continue descent to 3000.
Heading 145 down 3000 and then Keeling 422 Delta. 3000 set. Let's go into IAS mode and pitch on down to 220. Just a touch of thrust. Lights are all on. Hit that down to minimum, and we'll be looking at an RDC NP approach. Nav source selected for the ILS. And I can just send actually down to 3000. Just reduce power. Altitude selected. Next frequency is probably going to be the tower 1205.
Ceiling 422 Delta, 10 left heading 065.
Left heading 065, killing 422 Delta. 065 set. Altitude.
Ceiling 422 Delta, 10 left heading 065. Cleared the independent visual approach, runway 34 left, report on final.
Killing 422 Delta, say again, heading.
Ceiling 422 Delta, left heading 005.
Heading 005, and we'll call you when we've done localize 1034 left, so killing 422 Delta. Approach mode selected. Localizer on. Localizer capture. Let's review the mist. Tracking 335, so I'll stick that in the heading. Until, actually turn left, 320. 320 selected in the heading. Mist approach will be climbing 500 feet up to runway heading. Tracking 320 and 3000. Mr. Seb. Flight type is live.
Turn left heading 170.
So that's sending 3000 left 170.
Just NP set. And condition levers full forward. Knots. Line type capture established. See direct IQ link 422 dots are established. 34 left.
Delete 422 Delta, connect with tower 120.5 specialist.
120.5, gear link 422 dots, yeah. 120.5 set. Gear down.
2500.
200 knots, gear down. Sydney Tower, gear link 422 Delta, final runway 34 left.
Gear link 422 Delta. Sydney Tower, good on.
Ups 5. Speed check, 180 knots, ups 5. Love how the terrain radar literally paints out the Botany Bay and Georges River.
Morning, city further.
Forward hacking.
Traffic.
Traffic's on parallel and a visual.
Continue to hold short. Go, Greg, class 127, contact departure. Good day.
Contact departure, class 127, bye-bye.
Flap 10, speed check flap 10. Landing checklist, ice protection not required. Landing gear down 3 greens, condition levers maximum. Flaps are set 10 for landing. And bleeds are set minimum. Landing checklist complete, just waiting on the clearance.
Sydney Tower, good day, killing 229 Delta's ready, holding point Lima.
Out of my car.
Killing 229 Delta. Sydney, Tower.
Choosing speed 130. Coming up 1,000 feet.
1,000.
Check, 1,000. We are stable and configured.
Killing Bolton, which is up on my circle like this one.
Move for left, let's land, killing altitude $2. All parts off, fuel damper goes off too. Touch low, I'd rather tend a little high. Let's get over the airplane.
500.
And vacate later. Bravo 9 is what I'm aiming at. Right slope slightly high. 130
Plus
knots
100.
on the slope.
Minimums.
Landing.
Philippine Air 212, be prepared for departure. Behind the arriving Dash 8 aircraft. I'm going straight for left line of my place.
50. 40.
Then even wait, prefer left behind arriving traffic.
20. 10.
Feeling 229 Delta, just continue holding short for me, won't be long.
Take in for 229 Delta.
Yep, feeling 229 Delta, just continue holding short for me, we won't be long. You're number 2 in line for departure.
Killing 229 Delta is holding short.
Feeling 422 Delta, when possible vacate to the right, on contact ground 121.7.
Go to 121.7, killing 422 Delta.
422 Delta, thank you so very much. Have a good evening, going break. Philippine Air 212 Heavy, we're going 34 left, clear to take off.
Please ridiculous, prefer left, leaving 212.
Thumbs up.
Good target is 415 visual screen now.
Back over captain's side, so we can taxi. Captain has controls. Who we're off to again, 1 to 1.7. I think it is. City ground, Akira Link 422 Delta is off Bravo 9.
Chilling 422 Delta, taxi Bravo. Cross runway 25. Bravo 2, tender base.
W Bravo, cross 25, Bravo 2 to the bay. Connect 422 Delta. And I'm coming.
You can just double 60 quarter Bravo.
Just 456. Turn left onto Bravo 10, contact Tower 12487.
That's on Bravo 10, Tower 124, that's just 450.
There's 25. Landing control lock is set, and the collision on lights, red only. Flaps are up, weather radar. Radar goes off. Fuel pumps are off. Flight taxi to set the taxi. Ice protection is off. Main bus tyre can be tied and no diameter is off. Go cat.
Qantas 536, British taxi.
Qantas 536 taxi, Charlie, cross runway 25, or short runway 10 on Charlie.
Taxi Charlie, cross runway 25, hold runway 10 on Charlie. Qantas 536.
Brakes on. Pretty sure they're coming out here. Gentlemen, from this flight deck again, your captain. I'm just waiting for an airplane to come out of the bay at Qantas, and then I'll taxi on in. Probably going to be about a minute or two before we can get moving again, but thanks for waiting with us. Apologies for the slight late running of the service, about 20 minutes. A issue similar to this one in Sydney. Nevertheless, we're getting on the way now, and I'll be at the gate in about 2 to 3 minutes.
Bravo to the base, it's 415.
Just 415, confirming you're taxiing to taxi 2.
We'll do it right on Charlie here and then go into the gate, if that's okay, 415?
Oh, it's 415, no worries.
Yes, and those of you watching, please should be reserved for Qantas. No versions here. Version should be at the side of that brick wall. facing the opposite direction. On domestic 2 or 3. Also on the other hand, coming up into our location, Lot 68. There she is, 68. Taxi lights off. Park brakes up. Start further.
On the 536, crossing runway 25. On the 536, cross 25.
And radar goes off, radio goes off, transponder off. Shutdown checks, bike brake set, P2 hydraulics are off, our condition levers disc, and we'll turn off now. Transponder TCAS to standby, please, minimum, they can go off now. Seatbelt sign off. Passenger signs are off, lights are mostly off. Let's get on the ground power. And external power is set. And there we are. Sydney to Canberra, Canberra to back to Sydney. Hope you enjoy the flight. This is Nico Lanier signing off.